So this is a video on your Carolina distance learning labs, which are different from your Pearson Access labs. So here with Carolina Biological, this is the company that your lab kit came from. Or will come from. This is a video on how to use the lab notebook and how to complete these Carolina Biological distance learning labs. So I kind of wanted to go through the first one together and show you at the end how you will upload verification of your or ordering your lab kit that is required for the course. So you will get to this assignment, excuse me, here in week 1, right here where it says complete the lab safety manual and kit verification. So this is where we're at right now. We're going to go through the lab manual together, spend a couple of moments reviewing lab safety. Then I'm going to show you how to save your lab manual to your computer as a PDF, and then you will upload it here to the assignment in Canvas. So lab safety is very important. You are having a lab kit mailed to you once you order your kit for this course, and it will contain specimens, it will contain chemicals, it will contain scalpels, okay? And so we're going to go through how to keep this lab kit safe in your home, how to keep all lab equipment and chemicals and cultures and specimens out of reach of any children and pets, and how you can protect yourself while you are learning about the anatomy of these specimens. So you are in charge. Only you can assess the potential hazards of a laboratory setting. And since this is an asynchronous course, that laboratory setting is going to be in your home. Okay, so we're going to watch some of these videos, but not these particular ones. But if you would like to watch those videos, you may. And as we go through these pre-lab learning, as we go through the pre-lab learning, it will ask you questions as you go along. So we'll do a lot of these together this first week, but from now on, you'll be responsible for doing those as you read through the lab kind of on your own. So who's responsible for safety? You are, okay? You're the student. You are the one responsible. Only you are going to be able to use these lab specimens and a lab kit safely in your home. First thing we want to understand is your attire matters, okay? Clothes you wear matter. When you are working with your specimens and when it comes time to actually working and doing your dissections, avoid using loose clothing, avoid wearing anything that you do not want to get damaged. Make sure you are pulling your hair back if you have long hair. And be careful of the chemicals that you are using. Okay, so make sure you're fully dressed. Make sure you're in a clean environment with a wide open space. Let's look at this student here. She has jeans, her legs are covered, her shoes are covered, her feet are covered with good tennis shoes, her hair's pulled back. So her attire here is appropriate for her to complete her labs in her home when she's ready. Your lab kit will contain a pair of goggles or safety glasses. I believe it's goggles, the real fashionable kind. It will have several pairs of disposable gloves, and it will have an apron that you can wear to make sure you're not getting chemicals on your clothing. So PPE is required in science labs, and that's why it is included in your kit. Safety goggles protect against your eye injury and chemicals, and under some conditions, they may fog up. And if that happens, just kind of step away from your investigation and wait for that to clear. Let's watch this quick video here on how to put on your goggles that will come in your kit.
For each investigation, you will be wearing safety goggles, masks,
Okay. So pretty straightforward there. Yours, if your kit's like mine, I have the goggles. You may have the safety glasses. Either way, please, you must wear them when you are working with your specimens. Okay. You must also wear your gloves. Okay, wearing proper gloves and washing your hands before and after putting on gloves is very important. If you puncture your gloves or tear your gloves, you need to dispose of them immediately and wash your hands. Please be careful when you are working with your lab kit. Let's watch this video here on proper gloves. Okay. I think your kit will come with at least 20 pair. I think at least 10 pairs, so 20 gloves. Yeah, because you're going to need at least four different sets of gloves. So for your two wet labs that we have, your kit will also come with an apron, very fashionable. Okay. So you see here, it is going to be a plastic apron and it's going to have this neck piece that will go over your neck and you're going to want to tie it at your back. This is to prevent any spills or drips getting on you and your clothing during the experiment. Please save the apron for all of your labs that we will be completing in this course. Do not dispose of it until the end of the course. If you do get spills on it, with gloved hands, you can wipe that chemical material off. And please remember to always store the apron away from children and pets. So when you're preventing contamination, do not use any part of the lab kit or its containers for food or as food containers. Do not eat or drink or chew gum when you are doing your labs. Do not use pens or pencils and those kind of things in your mouth while you're performing your labs. Avoid touching your face, your hair, your mouth, your eyes, any of those mucosal area, your nose, any of those areas where it could enter your body. Make sure you are keeping your space organized. Make sure if you have any wounds or issues or injuries to your fingers or your hands, please cover those first before you put on your gloves and never return any dispensed chemicals to other containers. Please keep them in original containers. You will not have the only real chemicals you're going to come in contact with the kit for this course is the liquid that your specimens are housed in or contained in. So we will be doing a sheep brain dissection and a cow eye dissection for this course. So you'll have those two specimens coming. But otherwise, there should not be any chemicals. Hand washing is the best method of preventing any type of, yeah, very important. Okay. Hand washing. Before you put on gloves, after you take off gloves, anytime your gloves become damaged, remove them, wash your hands. Wash your hands, wash your hands. All right. So, one of these pre-lab check questions, which of the following scenarios is most likely to result in contamination during the activity? So, when you read through each one, you see, ooh, Victor is scratching his face with gloved hands. That's a no-no. Okay. So, he might have chemicals on his gloves that would get into his eyes or or his nose. Before you do your wet labs, make sure you have a smooth table or surface where you can clean it. Okay, make sure you wipe it down with soap and water. We aren't using biological cultures in this particular course or petri dishes, so there's no real risk here for contamination. So we're not going to go into this microbial culture where you might contaminate your specimen. But as always, make sure your area is clean of food and beverages. Make sure you wash your hands. We won't be doing or dealing a lot with beakers and glass and graduated cylinders and those kind of things. But when you are in a lab and lab equipment, make sure you're checking all glassware for chips and cracks. Make sure the glassware is clean and be prepared to have your undivided attention in the laboratory setting. Make sure your phone is on silent or vibrate. Never smoke or vape while you are in the lab. And obviously, never perform lab activities under the influence of drugs or alcohol. I mean, that's just, bad mojo. Don't do that. So checkpoint question 4 here. When working alone, have a phone nearby to call in case you do have an accident, but make sure that phone is on silent or vibrate so that you can have your undivided attention to the lab. When you are performing lab activities, we will be using a scalpel to actually dissect your cow eye and your sheep brain. So you will have a scalpel that comes in your kit. So we'll watch this video on how to use the scalpel that you will have in your kit. Okay. Another thing to remember with the scalpel is the sheaths that come with them. I will forewarn you, this right here, please, when you go, I think we will only have one scalpel. Be careful with this sheath. Do not push the scalpel any further than is needed because this is a very thin plastic, or oftentimes is, can be. It depends on which one they use, and the scalpel can go through the edge here or the end of the sheath. So just be careful with that. Okay. Another knowledge checkpoint question here. So, which of the following scenarios describes the safety? So, Ashley is going to ask her roommate to answer the door or give her undivided attention while she is performing her lab. Right. I think we will have any microbiology This is more dealing with pouring liquids back, disinfecting and disposal. When you are finished with your lab, obviously, we will talk about putting everything back in its lab, back in the plastic bag that it comes in, disposing of it properly in your trash can, and um, wiping down the surface. So, checkpoint question 6 here. Each lab is going to have its own individual specific cleanup. And when we do the lab through Carolina Biological, it will give you that specific lab's cleanup and breakdown structure. Okay. On some of the items in your kit, you may see some of these international safety data sheet symbols here, these hazard worldwide or universal precaution signs here. Make sure you're familiar with them. Okay, maybe flammable material, maybe an environmental hazard, a warning, and this one here is one that pertains mostly to our labs. It will be not corrosive per se, but it could be an irritant that the solution that the specimens are in when they arrive in your house. Make sure you're opening that specimen up over a sink and pour that liquid out. Health hazard or toxic, the classic skull and crossbones here, chemicals that are known to be caustic if assumed, or excuse me, toxic if assumed or inhaled or absorbed through the skin. Okay. Pretty self-explanatory why you need to wear gloves, why you need to wear goggles. Please do not skip that step. Okay, don't think you're too cool to, oh, it won't get on me. Oh, I can do it without it. It is your health and the health of, well, the health of the people and the animals in your home with these chemicals. So please be serious and use your protective equipment. Use your personal protective equipment. We're gonna go through some of these field questions here. We will not be working in the field. Your kit here is going to be all inclusive and you'll be working in your home. So we won't be out in a field per se. Okay. Now that you've gone through the safety lab, now it's time to complete your pre-lab assessment questions. I think there's 10 of them. I think there's 8 or 10, and you must answer all of them correctly in order to continue. Okay. So, uh, if you get it wrong, then it'll force you to do it over again. So, but by this time, you've gone through the lab, you've read all of the questions, so it should be ready to go. Okay. So, and it'll tell you if you got it wrong. So, um, they're pretty straightforward. So you'll answer all of those. And then once you answer the pre-lab or the pre-lab questions, which you must get 100 on, now it's time to go to your lab notebook. Okay, we've passed the safety assessment now, and then you see how the lab notebook is open. Here it's not because you haven't passed all of your pre-lab questions. Here it is because, yes, you've now passed all of your pre-lab questions. So we're going to click on this notebook. This is what you will turn in. Okay, you had to complete the lab, and now you're going to be turning it in. Make sure you put your name here. Okay, so Sharon Fields Clark. It must have your name. Okay, I will not accept it if it does not have your name typed in there. Okay, don't copy somebody else's lab. Don't upload another friend's lab. It must have your name on it. Okay, you are signing your name. You are putting your date here of when you completed the assessment or the lab. Okay, that tells me that that's you. All right, and here is where several investigations in your kit require you to upload a photo, practice uploading. Okay, So you don't have your kit yet. This is where you will upload the picture of your receipt, or this is where you will upload a picture of, let me show you. You will need to upload your shipping information, or actually you prove to me that you have ordered your lab kit. That's what you're going to upload here. Okay, verification that you have ordered your lab kit. You can email me or copy and paste your email confirmation saying that the kit is coming. You can upload a photo of your tracking number there. You can upload your actual kit when it comes in the mail. They are pretty quick. When I ordered mine, it was here within 2 days. Okay, so this is where you will upload the actual photo. Um, I actually don't have a picture of my kit. Yikes. So let's just kind of upload this picture. Okay. Don't give me any crazy picture, but this will be a picture of your actual verification that you have ordered your lab kit. Okay. This is a page where you can write me some notes. You know, hello, Miss Clark. Um, okay. I have uploaded the email verification that I have ordered my lab kit. Okay. And then when you go to hit print, ooh, I should have showed you that before. When you go to hit print, and you don't have to leave me a note, that's fine. This, okay, pay attention. This is your lab manual that you will upload. Here, it'll have your name here, the date that you completed it. It'll have your signed safety contract, and it will have your picture of your verification that you have ordered your kit here. Okay. And this is where you're going to save it now as a PDF. Instead of printing it to your home printer or to the school printer, you're going to click here and save as a PDF. Save it as a PDF. Okay, and we're going to save. And then it's going to ask you, what do you want to name it? This is where I would recommend putting your name in the file name and saving it to your computer. Okay, boom, I have downloaded it to my computer. Now I can take this PDF file that I have just completed, that assignment that I have just completed. It's not done yet. Okay, it's not done yet. Take this download, take this PDF, and now, let me go back. Whoops. You have completed the lab safety manual here. We've saved it to our computer as a PDF. Now we're going to upload that manual here. Okay, this is the graded portion. You're going to click on this link in Canvas, upload your completed lab safety manual here as a PDF that we just went over. I'll link the video here as well. This is how you can order your kit. Okay, by the time you've completed your lab manual, you should have your kit already bought and proof. Just send me that proof. That's the lab manual. Okay, and then you will upload it. Okay, you will upload it here to this assignment. There will be a link here where you will upload it as a PDF or a file, and it may show on your side. It's not showing on my side right now, but I'll triple check that. But you will upload it to this assignment and click submit, and boom, you have completed that assessment or that assignment. Okay? You guys will do great. Please send me any questions you have. All right. Thank you.